Hiyo, it's me, Io, the popcorn philosopher. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome, fellow alien and fellow philosopher. It's me. Don't worry, the charges have been dropped. Today we're welcoming Prince back to the channel, giving him a very warm welcome back, as if he ever left our hearts. But I'm glad we're back on our Prince journey, finishing off our album showdown. Yes, this is a then and now reaction, as well as an album showdown between Dirty Mind and The Gold Experience. Are we sick of that joke yet? Well, it's not really a joke. It's barely a joke. This is part of my Then and Now series, which I will leave the playlist for that linked down below. And that's where I take many different artists and I listen to a song from the beginning of their career and a song towards the end or maybe the middle of their career. And I look at the journey and see which song I like better and all that. Both The Gold Experience and Dirty Mind had 3 singles each. The third single from Dirty Mind was Do It All Night. Was it Do It All Night? I feel like I'm forgetting.
She's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old.
Watch it. But yeah, I think it's Do It All Night. And we're comparing that to the third single from The Gold Experience called Gold. All right, knock it off. We've had enough. That's the last time we're doing that. It's a different gold. Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's stop talking and let's start listening. Yeah, let's do it. So let's listen to Do It All Night from... Stuck in crap. I'm going gaga.
Good morning.
So let's listen to Do It All Night from Dirty Mind. I thought that was a sample, like somebody sampled that before. I like the slap bass. Pre-chorus. Oh, there's that sound again. You know what this really reminds me of? It really reminds me of I Feel For You. And actually, I can totally hear Shaka Khan singing this too. Can't you guys hear that? As I was saying, I love the slap bass in it. That, for me, is a huge part of the groove of this song. I'm not entirely crazy about the mixing on this song, though. I feel like the vocals are a little low, and I feel like the vocals could be a little brighter. But again, it has that kind of that production thing that I was talking about before. It's kind of like a mix between the 70s and the 80s, because we've got kind of 80s synths and kind of that new wave sensibility. I mean, you can really tell he's inspired here by what was probably going on in Europe at the time. But of course, filtered through that Prince filter. He kind of makes it his own and gives it funk, gives it a little bit of that Prince magic. But it's kind of mixed in a warmer way, so it's more 70s. And not as much reverb. You know, a lot of stuff in the 80s, especially the early to mid 80s, were like just drenched in reverb, and we're not hearing a lot of that. So it's kind of like giving you the best of both. But overall, like I said, I'm not crazy about the mix. It just feels like the drums and the vocals needed to be brought up, or it just needed some more EQing or something. But it is a really great party track.
Something that I never do. I'm so easy when it comes to loving you.
Oh, I like this ad lib at the end. Nice vamping. Oh, I like that ending. I bet you they spent a lot of time working on that synth work at the end. Synth work harder to deal with back then. I know that for sure. They were a lot less reliable back then. At least that's what I've heard. I mean, that was not my favorite Prince single. I mean, I still liked it and everything, but it was still a great party track. I'm not sure, but I think that the lyrics might be a little on the slight side. But I think I'm gonna take a look at it before I say that. So let's take a look at the lyrics because I might be wrong about that. Yeah, this is not my favorite of Prince's lyrics. I feel like nothing about it really stands out lyrically. And I feel like some of the rhymes are kind of on the trite side. Lines like, do it all night, do it to you right, that kind of thing. And I feel like a couple of the songs from his last album had this kind of scenario where he's looking at someone from afar. Although this does add the element of jealousy to it. Okay, so the next song we're gonna do is Gold. And we're going to do the single edit since we're doing a single showdown. And we'll do the album version when we actually listen to the full album. But let's listen to Gold. All right, all right. Are you just about done now? Who am I talking to?
It's a bit nutty.
Ooh, I like this already. I like the movements of these chords with that melody.
And it's mighty high. You cannot see the top unless you fly. And there's a molehill, a proven ground.
Oh, this is really catchy.
There ain't nowhere to go if you hang around. Everybody wants to sell what's already been sold.
Oh.
Everybody wants to tell what's already been told.
Yeah.
What's the use of money if you ain't gonna break the mold? Even at the center of the fire, there is cold. All that glitters ain't gold.
I've got chills. What a great melody.
All that glitters ain't gold.
Oh, that's very 90s
There's
though.
an ocean of despair. There are people living there. They're unhappy, and each and every day. But hell is not flashing. So what you trying to say?
Great melody. I can't.
Everybody wants to sell what's already been sold. Everybody wants to tell what's already been told. What's the use of money if you ain't gonna break the mold? Even at the center of the fire,
There is gold. Oh,
that glitters
is gold. Wow, what a memorable melody.
no, no.
I'm so excited about this. Wow, I can't believe I've never heard this song before. I feel like this song should be bigger than it is. This is so good. I mean, when Prince is on, he is on. First of all, the chord, just the chords alone, the movement in the beginning of the chords with that melody, it has such a nice build and it's so emotional. And you could tell that Prince knew that he had a good chord progression because he doesn't adorn it too much. This is one of those rare cases where the chords are really almost the biggest part of the hook. You don't hear it very much, but this is definitely a case of that, of the chords being a great hook. Just such a great melody. I am kind of blown away that I've never heard this before. Like, how could this be like buried? Like, this is almost like I feel like it's buried by time because I've never heard this on the radio. I don't think I've heard this on his greatest hits, at least not the one that I had. I'm shocked. Let's keep listening. Get serious. Put my glasses back on.
All that glitters ain't gold. No, no. There's a lady.
Oh, female
99
vocal.
years old. She led a good life. Heaven takes her soul. Now that's a theory. And if you don't wanna know, step aside and make a way for those who want to go. Everybody wants to sell what's already been sold.
I love this pre-chorus.
Everybody wants to tell what's already been told. What's the use of being young if you ain't gonna get old? And at the center of fire, there is
Gold.
all that
Better is gold. Ain't gold.
You are now an official member of the New Power Generation. Welcome to the dawn.
Was this New Power Generation? I thought that was later albums. Am I like confusing albums?
She's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old.
Excuse me, I will not have that. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Because that I was literally thinking that in my head. That kind of reminds me of something from the Diamonds and Pearls era. Although I like this song better than anything from the Diamonds and Pearls era. It's a very emotional song. I mean, it's just bordering on cheese, but doesn't quite go over. I think it doesn't quite go over. Love it. I loved it so much. This is going to be on repeat for me. Trust and believe. In terms of comparing these two tracks, it's not even a contest. This is my favorite song compared to Do It All Night. I liked it. It was a great party song, fun to dance to. I could see it, people playing it at the club back in the day. But this song was transcendent to me. I just love it. When Prince is on, he's just on. And it makes me very emotional because I just, like, how can so much talent be in one man? I mean, that was just, it kind of reminds me of when ABBA was talking about The Winner Takes It All. When they came up with it, they were saying how it came so easily and it was such a simple thing. And having a song that's very simple and just to the point, and there's no need to adorn it, there's no need to do tricks or anything. It's beautiful just the way it is. And that's what I feel about this song. It's very much a hallmark of his later work, I think. In that way, it kind of reminds me of Future Soul Song in a way. Just the messaging, it just has a really good message and a really good feeling to it, and it makes you feel good listening to it. Prince, what are you doing to me? Ugh. Can we love him anymore? I don't think so. Oh, and by the way, was that Rosie Gaines in the chorus? I know she sang with New Power Generation on Diamonds and Pearls, and it kind of sounded like her, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Was that her? Prince always picks the best female artists. By the way, are you guys interested in a series on the female proteges of Prince? I thought that would be kind of fun. Let me know if you guys think that would be a cool idea. But anyway, let's take a closer look at the lyrics. lyrics. Lyrically, this song is a lot better, even though there are technically less lyrics. You can really feel where Prince is coming from here. I mean, who broke the mold more than Prince? And I think this is around the time where he was fighting with the record company. That's what I read, at least. And this kind of anthem to uniqueness rings very true in a time where he was fighting against the worst of corporate marketing. And I really like the line, even at the center of the fire, there is cold. This is something that rings true even today. There is always a time when people decide that there's a moral way of doing things, or they decide something is more sellable than another way, when really they're just fashions and attitudes until something new comes along, a new idea. There really is no absolute. Gold, what can I say? I loved it. For that song alone, this journey was all worth it. Just even if we just listen to that song. Gonna be on repeat for sure, 100%. Thank you so much for discovering it with me. Because all that glitter is gold on this channel, like and subscribe if you can. You liking, sharing, and subscribing, that all really helps a whole lot. And so I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, that your life is a wonderful, beautiful musical, and I hope that I get to see you next time. Popcorn Philosopher, over and out.